doing today? My name is Gina and I am doing great. So, are we ready to build page 2 of our little mini album that we're working on? We're working on the tag along printable mini album and I'm using the grunge notebook paper. And so that's what that looks like. So this template is on my Etsy store. If you're interested in purchasing it, just go there. The link will be down below. I'm also going to be using my vintage ephemera embellishment and tag set that I created. And that is this, right? These. And this is also on my Etsy store, and again, this will be linked down in the description below. And I'm also going to be using my vintage backgrounds. And again, this is also on my Etsy store. And these are all the colors that you get with the with that set. So, with that said, let us get started. So we've already created the cover and the spines and our first page. Isn't it adorable? I just love it. I love it so much. It is so pretty. So I really like the way that it has come out. Let's just tie this on. And again, this video for page 1, the playlist, I will have a playlist, will be linked somewhere in the video, probably up at the top. And so here's our insert, and I left the ribbon a little long so that it kind of pokes out. We might cut it once we embellish. We're not quite finished embellishing yet. I just wanted to put some of the pieces together, and then we'll embellish later. And here's an insert here, and then we have another little insert here. And this is used the grunge notebook paper I printed on cream cardstock, and then on the back I printed number 7, I believe it was, on the back of it. Isn't that gorgeous? So pretty. And I very much lucked out and found this bird brad that I had that matches this paper perfectly, didn't it? So let us start with page 2 now. And what we're going to need for page 2 is we're going to need our base page. So that is on page 2. And we're also, now on the first page, I used the base page and I used the pocket set A number 1. But in order to create our page, I'm using on page 4 pocket set B number 1, because I wanted to show you that you can, if you want, you can actually have it look like this, and it will work in the same way as if you use the full page. Okay, so I'm going to trace these out on my cardstock, and let me show you very quickly the cardstock that I'm using in case we've forgotten or you just joined us. I'm using the Park Lane from Joann's. It's 110 cardstock, and it is very, very thick. It's almost as thick as chipboard. It might be even as thick as the small chipboard, not small chipboard, that's not the word that I'm looking for. You know, the thinner chipboard. Okay, so I'm not going to bore you with me tracing out and cutting out because, you know, we've seen that before. And so I'm just going to go ahead and do this offline, and I will be back. And when I come back, I will have everything inked, and I will have the tape on, and I will be taping the tabs right here. So if you cut it out, it's going to be that side. Alright, so I will be back. Okay, I just wanted to show you that I had it cut out into Score It. Okay, this paper is so thick. Because these are a little tricky to score. But I find if you just put it upside down like that, then it is a little bit easier to score. We'll just notch this out. Okay. And we'll score it, burnish it down. Alright, and now we're going to put the tape on this side. Can't forget to ink it. Okay, now we're going to ink it. And, well, before we take this off, yes, let's go ahead and ink. But we also need to decide, oh, I did not such a good job cutting out, didn't I? There we go. We need to decide what kind of hole we want on here. Do we want a smaller hole? We want a bigger hole? What kind of hole would we want? So we need to go ahead and mat it as well so that we know what hole we want to use. So our mat for this, and again, our mats, I've written, when I do mine, I write where the mats are, so they're on page 12. Go to page 12, and I do believe that this is our mat for this page. Oh, yeah. Alright, let's double check to make sure this is our mat. And it is. Okay, so now I've got to decide what paper, and I'm using Prima's Nature Garden for my paper, the 6x6 pad. I did create this template with 6x6 pads in mind. I kind of like this page because I like these little fairies. I'm going to be able to get her though. This is pretty too. Let's use this one. I kind of like it. Okay, so I've got it cut out. Not inked it yet. Ink it very quickly. Now, I want to put a flip on here as well. Like I want to flip to go over that, and I will use Pocket Set A number 1 from page 3 for that pocket. So before we actually, because here's our base, right? So our pocket is going to go like this on there. Now our flip is going to go, which way do I want it to flip? This way, of course, this way, because if this way, then you would see it. We don't want that. So there's two ways that I can do this. I can either put it on here, right, before I put this together, so it's like this, or after I put this pocket onto the base page, I could take it and put it like this, which is I think what I'm going to do. And I tell you why. Well, number one, this will be covered with the mat. The mat, you know, is going to cover most of that. But if you do it this way, you will cover like all of it if you do it this way. However, I find that gets bulky in the book because this is where your hinge is going to go, right? So I'm going to just go ahead and then wait to mat that. So I'm going to go ahead then and trim this piece out. And I'm going to, because it's a flip, I only need this tab. I don't need these 3 tabs. So I'm going to go ahead and just line it up at the top here. Right? Just to make it easier. And again, I only need these lines here. When I created this album, like especially these pockets, you'll notice that the flips have curves on them. I did that so, not necessarily this pocket, but like our half pockets, it was easier to make that half moon to keep everything the same dimensions. Alright, so I'm going to cut this out. If you're just wondering, why are these got curved tabs? I think I'm imagining things. No, you're not imagining. It does have it. Alright, so I'm going to get it about right there. And then we'll cut it this way. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and score it before I cut the tabs. It's just easier when it's all squared, rectangular. And again, if you don't want to, you don't have to cut that. You can just cut it like that. Alright, so now we have our flip, and it should fit right there, and it does. Right. Alright, so let me ink up. We're ready to put this page together. So, because we're going to be able to see part of this on this side, right? Like we see that part. We want to make sure we get that good. And I do have a pencil line here because, you know, that's just how I roll. I'm trying to find my little eraser. And I'm just going to erase it. No big deal. The paper probably would cover it anyway, but now I'll just ink. Right. Alright. And we want to ink our flip to both sides of our flip. I am not the neatest inker. I'm pretty bad, actually. I just like to get it done. Alright, so now let's build this page, shall we? It'll be simple, easy. So, I'm just going to set the book aside. So, let's start with these first. Alright. Oh, wait. Sorry. I don't know what I was thinking. We don't need that tab. I'm like, this seems wrong. Really? Okay, I'm just gonna wing it. Oh, I'm telling you, I cannot cut straight. I don't think I've ever been able to cut straight, even in first grade. I think I failed cutting. I'm just kidding. I might have, who knows? 'Cause I am not straight. Alright, there we go. Because this is what's going to go down on the hinge, right? So we just line it up best that we can. Right. Should fit, and it does. It's a little off there, only because of my cutting abilities. There. Alright. Now we want to put this guy right here. Right? Yep. So let's put a piece of tape on him. All right. And again, we could have gone inside with them if we wanted to. We could do just like that. Which, now that I'm looking at it, I think that's what I'm going to do. So I'm just going to move that over. I know I said I don't like doing that, but I was thinking that tab needed to be there, and it did not. So there we go. Okay. Now then, cute, cute, cute. I do want to put a magnet on here so that it will stay kaput. And I have these magnets. I get them from Home Depot. They work fine. They are a little bit fatter. They're a little bit thicker than like the gray based ones that you can rarely ever find. But for the most part, they work just fine. Okay, let me just find a little scrap of paper. There we go. Alright, now I just have to decide where do I want it. And I want it to be, I guess I need it like right there. I'm going to put it right there. And put it about right here because I want to make sure it's covered with my, yeah, it will be. Okay, and then we'll put tape here on this guy. Okay, and there we go. Alright, and I'm going to go ahead now and mat this side. Oh, boogers, you know what I forgot to do. Can y'all figure out what I forgot to do? But it's okay. I forgot to mat. I talked about matting this side and totally forgot to mat it, but that's okay because we don't need a full sheet there. Because make sure getting it around there. There we go. Okay. Now we do have leftover, and I even have my boo-boo that I made that we may be able, it's a little too short. How about this guy? He'll work, I think. Because we only need him. Let's mark where we need him. We need him about right there. Oh yeah, that'll work. And now, let's move y'all out of the way. Move y'all out of the way. Alright, where did my mark go? There it is. Like, where did my mark go? Alright, I'm going to go right under that so it's a little bit longer. Alright. And we'll ink him up. Get that out of the way. Okay. And he should fit right there. Perfect. No, he doesn't. What the world? What did I do? How did I cut that? It's so weird. Oh, one side's lower than the other because of my cutting. Y'all, I have I'm telling you, I have the worst cutting ever. And now that's really noticeable that it's crooked. Okay, I'm just going to cut this one off to right there. That way for sure I know it's going to be long enough. Okay. Yeah. Alright. I'm sure I can use that on something else. I'm just going to put it over on my keep pile. Alrighty. Now, double check it before I put my glue on there. Yes, that'll work. Okay, that'll work. Yeah. Alright. I'm just using my Fabri-Tac. It is so hot in here. I think I need to turn my fan up. I'm standing in front of this window, and of course it's summer now down here. 90-degree weather and such, and it gets pretty hot through this window. Got a little bit of that Fabri-Tac there, but we just roll it off. Aw, okay, that's pretty. Alright, let's mat this side. And the mat to that, I have two sets. I have a plain mat and the Fancy mat. And I think I want to use the Fancy mat. Let's use the Fancy mat, shall we? For this, just move this over. Whoa, 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 whoa. Y'all, my score tape. It was like going crazy. Okay, so this is on page 11. It's the mat. And the mat on page 11 is for both the base page and the pocket. Isn't that going to be cute? So it'll kind of mirror what's going on there a little bit, I feel. And yeah. So I'm going to choose another piece of paper in my paper pack. And I think I know which one I want to use. This one. I like it a lot. Okay. So again, I'm not going to bore you with cutting out tracing and cutting out. So I will be back when I get this traced and cut out, and I'll have it inked as well. Okay, so I've got it cut out. Oh, I don't think I inked it. Ink it real fast. And when I had it down, I mean, it would look like that. So I'm like, no, I don't know if I like that. So then I've got just another piece that I used the mat to create, and then maybe put it on top of that, like that. But I don't know if I like that much either. Oh, maybe it's that color. Because it's so busy. Maybe I should do something more along those lines. Maybe something more subtle, like that one. Let me cut that out. I'll be back. Yeah, I liked that better. I mean, I don't mind this, but I think if I had, maybe if it was black underneath and not this cream color or ivory, I think I would like that look better. You know what I'm saying? But it just looks messy because I wasn't very clean with my inking. So I want to just put this cover on the back of that. And probably if I used, you know, something with color, even if I used pink or black or brown, the craft color, you know, I think it would look better. I mean, I like it, but just not with this ivory color. Alright, yeah, I'm going to like that a lot better. So now let's just put this down. Right. Alright. There we go. Cute. I do like that. It's cute. And it clips. Dun, 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 dun. Ba-doop, boop. Boop, boop, boop. Okay, so now let's decide what we want to put on the front of this. I feel like we need something to let people know to pull it, you know? Let's see. Pull it down. Alright. Let's see, what do we have? What do we have? What do we have? I think that may be cute. Hold on, let me think for just a minute. I'll be right back. Okay, so I think I want to put something here, and I thought about putting just one side of this belly band right here and use it as a flip tuck sort of situation since we have this magnet right here, right? So that's an option, or we could use the actual flip that I have and use it. Now I don't know which one I want to use. Oh, decisions. I like this one because it mirrors this. So I think I'm going to go with that. I'm going to go with this one. So I need to just trace and cut out, and we have all this scrap paper that will work. So let me just grab one. Whoa, uh-oh. Okay, I'm just going to use this piece right here, and I'm going to trace this and cut it out, And I will also cut out the mat to it, which the mat, this belly band is on page 3, and the mat to it is on page 12. So let me cut this out, and I will cut out the mat, and I will be right back. Okay, so I have it cut out, and I have it inked, and I have my 2 mats inked out as well. So now I just need to put tape on this guy. And we'll need to put a magnet on as well. But first, I want to get it down. Oh, you're going to see that. I wonder if I can. Oh, yay, me. Yeah, a lot of times I don't glue the very edge. And then this is the case where I didn't. Let's see. I think I want it about right there. Alright, stick some glue behind here. A little bit of Fabri-Tac so that that edge gets down. Okay. Alright, and now we need to find out where we need this magnet. Okay. Put a piece of score tape on there. Not yay big. Will work. We just mat. Going with the inside with this one. Okay, there we go. So pretty. Cute little tuck that we made with the belly, part of a belly band set. Isn't that cute? I like it. I don't like that this Fabri-Tac's spewed out. There we go. Okay, all cute. That's cute. Alright, so now on this page, what I want to do is, I've already cut out my mat. I did that while I was away. And what I want to do, I think, on this is, I've got page 1. I reprinted it out. And I want to use, let's see, where'd it go, where'd it go, where'd it go? Here it is. Look at this happy little accident. So I meant to color the back with this color, and I ended up inadvertently covering the top with that color. But it just makes this look even cooler, I think, you know? Like, you wouldn't be able to use those two because the blue didn't go all the way up. But on the rest, I think it looks pretty cool. So what I want to do is I want to use this banner. Oh my gosh. And then I may go ahead and mat it with one of these guys. Maybe. I don't know. I may just like it looking that way. So, let me just move this out of the way. And I'm going to trim this out. There we go. Let's ink it up. And I kind of want it to be a tuck as well. And I was thinking it could go like this. Right? Maybe we should do it on this side. Anyway, it's just a little tuck spot. I kind of just like it like that. Here, let's put this down. Get that on there. Okay. I kind of just like it right there. And just let it be just a little tuck spot. But I also like, here, I'm actually gonna cut out, let's do this middle one here. Let's see, if we put it on each other like this, I still think that'll look cool. And then I may even, because you can cut these little guys out and they can fit on there if you want to do that. Or, yeah. Alright, let's ink that, because I do want to do that. Oh, that was like big old glob right there. Big old glob of glue. Alright. Thank goodness you can just rub that and it comes off. Okay. Alright. And I'm going to glue it right there. And I'm just going to use just a tiny little bit on the edge there. I love Fabri-Tac, but sometimes it just comes out too much, you know? And then it's wobbly. Okay, there we go. There, and there'll be a little tuck right there. Cute. And you open it, tuck there, then you got your pocket there. Oh, so sweet. This is turning to be so sweet.